What if the worst betrayals in your life didn't come from enemies, but from the person you loved the most? Not every knife in your back was thrown. Some were handed gently by someone who smiled while doing it. They said they cared, but they lied, disappeared, humiliated you, twisted your truth, and made you feel like you were the problem. These aren't random slip-ups. These are betrayals that go deep and are planned. Not the kind that break your heart, but the kind that break who you are. And when they say they're sorry, people say it's a good thing to do. Grown up, feeling better. But the truth is that some betrayals should never be forgotten. Because being strong isn't forgiveness in the wrong place. It's giving up. And the more chances you give to someone who knew exactly what they were doing, the more of yourself you lose. In this video, we're uncovering the 7 betrayals in relationships that should never be forgiven. Not because you're bitter, but because you finally learned to protect your peace. Let's get into it. Number 1. Cheating, the ultimate shattering of trust. If you cheat, it's not a mistake. It's a message. You weren't enough for me to stay loyal. No matter how softly it's said or how many tears or apologies come after, that message stays with you. It repeats. It changes your sense of self-worth and your ability to love, trust, and feel safe with other people. Someone who cheats not only breaks the law, but they also disrespect a holy place. A friendship should be a safe place for you to go when things get tough. It should be based on trust and the unspoken promise that when things get tough, this one person will still be there for you. When someone cheats, they choose to be the storm instead of the safety. He once said, "I will gladly change if someone can show me I am wrong and show me my mistake." But they should be held responsible if they act without a good reason. If you cheat, you're not following the rules, showing compassion, or having respect. It has nothing to do with fear or weakness. It has to do with attitude. It's about picking want over discipline and being selfish over what is holy. There is no difference between a one-night stand or a long-term affair that was kept hidden. It always ends the same way. Trust is broken, and that kind of broken trust can never be fixed. Not really. You could paint over the cracks, smile through the silence, or act like nothing is wrong. You'll always wonder where they are, who they're texting, and if they really meant it when they said, "I love you." That question will be like a stone in your chest. Seneca said, "He who does not stop a crime when he can, makes it worse." Let someone know you truly forgive them when they cheat on you. "You can keep me even if you do this," you say. That message is dangerous because it tells them it's okay to be hurt by lying, that your love is always there for them, even when they're being embarrassed. Love should be strong, but not so strong that it takes away your honor. The real harm that cheating does isn't happen during the act itself, but afterward. There was war inside the country for months or even years. You smile, but you hurt inside. Even though you say you're over it, your mind keeps going over it at 2 a.m. You feel bad about not being enough, what you missed, what better you could have done. What's the truth? Nothing. You did a good job. Yes, they did. If you pay attention to something, you become that thing. You don't get better if you keep focusing on someone who cheated on you. You get weaker, more stressed, less likely. You become someone who is always on edge, always thinking too much, and always ready for another lie. That's not healing. It's slowly destroying your emotions. It doesn't make you smarter to forgive someone who cheats on you. You forget who you are. It makes you care more about their happiness than your own. That's not love. That's giving up on yourself while acting strong. You're not just breaking your promise when you cheat. You're making a statement. It says, "I did this even though I knew it would hurt you." You shouldn't get a second chance after that kind of betrayal. It needs some space. It needs to be quiet. And most importantly, it should be over without any more talk. Some betrayals are meant to teach you how to set limits. You don't look back after learning that lesson. You don't talk things out. You don't fall in love with what might have been. You move forward. Not because you're cold, but because you finally know how valuable you are. Don't forgive the person who destroyed what you worked hard on because they couldn't control their urges. They made up their minds, not slipped. That choice should be the end of the story, not the start of your being able to forgive. Number 2, lying about who they really are. People who lie about their past, their beliefs, or their true intentions aren't just trying to hide flaws. They have a show. They practiced every word they said, every smile they gave, and every story they told. Designed, not spoken from the heart, but from a plan. Instead of trying to connect, they were trying to persuade. Seneca once said, "Once a good character is set, it is hard to take it away." But here's the thing. Lies never had any morals to begin with. The thing they had was charm. Charm, the power to change into the person you want to find. They looked at you, copied you, and became your ideal. And the scariest part? You were sure of it. Someone didn't make you fall in love. You loved a story. That story was a masterful piece of lying. Just enough of the truth was told to make the lies seem real. They were just consistent enough to make it look like they could be counted on. However, there was no heart beneath it all, being an empty actor in a part. It wasn't just unclear when the truth came out, when their mask fell off, even just a little. It broke my heart. You lost more than just a partner. You stopped knowing what was real. Who did you love anyway? Which parts were real? What was not true? That misunderstanding is very bad for your mental health. You start to doubt not only them, but also yourself. Never think that anything will be good for you if it makes you break your promise, lose your honor, hate anyone, suspect, curse, or act like a hypocrite, said Marcus Aurelius. But the liar lies all the time. They change masks all the time, change their story, and figure out what you want to hear. They don't see it as treason, they see it as a way to stay alive. But don't get it wrong, this is betrayal. It's not the type you expect. It doesn't scream or hurt you. It talks softly, it stays, it slowly kills. Because lying about who they are takes away your freedom to choose. You never had the chance to love them as they really were because they never let you. What's worse is that when you finally talk to them about it, they often act shocked, offended, like you're the one making things hard by not accepting who they are now. They forget, though, that you never had a problem with them being who they are. You didn't like who they were pretending to be. Forgiving that kind of treason doesn't make trust come back. It breaks your standards. People can lie to you about who they are at their core and still be a part of your life. That's not showing kindness, that's being compliant. This is what the Stoics told us not to do. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your ideas, take it on." People who lie about who they are also don't have any qualities. They use words they didn't make up. They dress up as other people. They use feelings like tools to control people. They don't really live, they just act. And in the end, that achievement costs you something. No, don't forgive the person who told you lies about who they were. People who messed with your emotions shouldn't get a second chance. They weren't just lying, they did it on purpose. There is also no hope in a relationship that was based on lies. That can't be fixed by forgiving them. For them, it only shows that lying is okay, that they will still get your love if they do it well enough for a long enough time. There are some betrayals that look really good. Still, they're deception at their core. You walk away as soon as you see the truth. It's not an argument. It's not rude to ask for answers. You get your security, peace, and future back. Anytime someone lies to you about who they are disrespecting who you are. Number 3, exposing your secrets to others. Talking about your secrets is holy. Not the obvious things, but the real ones. The hurt you've pushed down, the shame you don't talk about, and the dreams you keep closely guarded. There's more to opening up to someone than just talking. Trusting them. You're giving them pieces of yourself and hoping they'll hold them tenderly instead of tearing them apart for fun. As a result, this treachery feels different because it's not just disrespectful when someone throws your fears, traumatic memories, and private thoughts to other people. Desecration. It turns something holy into a show. You're vulnerable, but they use it as money, something you can trade for attention, approval, or just a moment of power when you're not there to protect yourself. A famous philosopher named Epictetus said, "Know first who you are, and then dress accordingly." What happens, though, when someone changes the honest version of you for their own benefit? What happens when the things you shared to feel lighter end up being hanging around your neck like weights, starting to get smaller? You become careful. When you think about those talks, you wonder what went wrong. Not sure why you thought they were safe in the first place. Not just because you were betrayed, but also because you missed the bold person you used to be. The person who was too trusting. That person thought that trust and silence went both ways. It is more civilized to make fun of life than to lament it, Seneca told us. But someone who laughs at your private pain is not at all polite. Who turns the things you say into jokes? That is not a mistake. It is evil that looks like carelessness. It should never be okay to do it. Forgiving someone like that doesn't help the hurt get better. It makes it worse. It lets them know that what they did wasn't really that bad. That you don't trust me. They can break your quiet and still hear what you have to say. They can make fun of your problem and still get to your heart. A lot of people don't realize this. But when someone tells others your secrets, they're not only breaking your trust, they're also changing your future. They change how you interact with other people. You become more cold, quiet, and smart. They did it not because they were angry, but to protect themselves. You start to put on skin where you used to be open. And you are the only one who feels that loss. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best way to get back at someone who hurt you is to be unlike them." No, you don't fight back. You don't go down to their level. The door is shut, though. Strong. Because some people don't deserve a second chance to speak into your life after they've shown they'll use your soul against you. Someone who turned your holy words into rumors doesn't deserve your forgiveness. You owe it to yourself to get better. You owe them silence. That kind of quiet that says, "You had access to all of me, and now you've lost it forever." You shouldn't have to pay back trust like you would a rented item. Every time you do something, say something, or be quiet, you should earn it again. And someone has already shown you who they are when they throw it away for praise or attention. Trust them. It's not strength to forgive that treachery. It's self-betrayal. After the fox has ripped through some fields, they are never meant to be used again. They should stay outside the gate. Let the quiet be their sound. And put your secrets somewhere safe and strong where they belong. Number 4. Public humiliation under the guise of just joking. A certain kind of pain comes from having someone you trust make fun of you. At first, it's low-key. A jab at friends, a rude poke in the crowd. No one laughs but you. You smile, but your stomach is turning. You're not big. Found out. But if you bring it up again later, thinking they'll understand, they laugh and say, "You're too sensitive. It was only a joke. There was no such thing. That wasn't a funny or innocent time. It was done on purpose." There are real jokes that make everyone laugh, not just one person. Real laughter makes people feel better, not worse. This person is not kidding when they keep making fun of you in public while hiding behind a fake smile. In the middle of laughing is dominance. It's power play that looks like fun. A sword never kills anyone. It is a tool in the killer's hand, Seneca said. The words are the same. While in the wrong hands, they can be like blades, very sharp, very accurate, and made to hurt where other people can see. And the damage is worse when those words are said in public while laughing is used as a smokescreen. As of now, it's not only betrayal, but also behavior. They're making fun of you in front of other people. The crowd doesn't always understand what's going on. They laugh because they believe it's love. They think this is how you and your partner interact. You should know better, though. Every single one of those statements hurts your pride in a small way. As for your silence afterward, it's not agreement, it's protection. Because gaslighting always happens when you call it out. Being accused of being dramatic, of making the mood bad. A man should not fear death, but should fear never beginning to live, Marcus Aurelius said. And that's exactly what being shamed in public takes away. The freedom to be yourself. You change who you are when you're with them. You're careful not to be the next joke, so you walk on eggshells. They can't make you shrink your spirit. It's not love. This isn't funny. We call this erosion. The planned, slow loss of your self-esteem. They are not kidding. They are estimating. Finding out how much you can handle. Trying to get you to be quiet. Because if they can control what you say in public, they will be able to control what you don't say in private too. And here's a secret that no one tells you. If someone really loves you, they'll look out for your best interests in public. They make you feel better when other people are looking. They respect your limits without being told to do so. It's not love if they get laughs at your cost. It's cruel behavior in front of other people. If someone makes fun of you, never forget them. There is a design behind that red nose. It's a joke about how you look today, tomorrow, how smart you are. Someday your darkest fears will come true. They get braver every time you stay quiet. He said, what matters is not what happens to you, but how you react to it. And to be embarrassed in public, you shouldn't stay quiet. It's the distance. It means choosing respect over pain. It's telling you that you can't be in my presence if my pain is your pleasure. Because true love doesn't make you lose your confidence. And real fun doesn't hurt, not even the ones you can't see. If someone uses you as a joke to make fun of you, leave them alone. In peace, with pride, always and forever. Number 5, dismissing your pain as drama. Make yourself available. It's not rude to shout. You don't assert. You only say what hurts you. A word that they spoke. Someone's voice was too harsh. You can't stop thinking about that moment, even though they might not have seen it. Not care, but disrespect. They let out a laugh. They giggle. Then the words, "You're too sensitive," come out and end the chat right away. Worse, don't be so dramatic. You're not just being ignored. What you're feeling is mental erasure. They aren't listening. They're changing the truth about you, assigning it as a sign of weakness. To call your honesty overreaction. It's not just disrespectful. It's a form of mental abuse. The Roman philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "You control your mind, not outside events." If you understand this, you will be strong. What happens, though, when the person you care about most turns into that outside event? When someone doesn't just ignore your pain, they make you wonder if you should be feeling it at all. As time goes on, you stop speaking out. You keep your words down. Before letting your feelings out, you start to practice them and ask yourself, is this too much? Am I crazy? Are they going to laugh at me again? Little by little, the noise inside your head stops. Not calm, just quiet. Seneca said we suffer more in our thoughts than in real life. But that's the catch. When someone tells you over and over that your feelings don't matter, your mind locks you up. You start to doubt your gut feelings. You have doubts about how you see things. You start to wonder if you are really overdoing. So that's how influence works. Not by being in charge, but by making people confused. They are not required to yell at you. They just need to show you that your pain isn't logical. Your feelings are flaws that need to be fixed, not facts that need to be heard. We need to be clear, though. Pain is not theater. Pain is a warning sign for the brain. It's your body's way of telling you something is wrong. It doesn't make the problem go away when someone keeps turning off that warning. It makes you numb. And feeling numb doesn't help. And it's life. Epictetus said, "A person can't learn what he thinks he already knows." And the person who doesn't care about your pain has already chosen that they don't care about your feelings. If someone won't listen, you can't teach them understanding. If someone says your heart is a risk, you can't connect with them. Oh, and the worst part? They see the fact that you stay with them or forgive them as proof that their plan works. It keeps the peace to put down your feelings. That ignoring your feelings is the fastest way to get control. You're not here to be quiet. Do not shrink down for other people's sake. That's why it's not forgiven. When it's a pattern, no. While changing the way you think about silence as power, authentic relationships value how you feel. They leave room for pain. Instead of calling your openness drama, they lean into it with patience and presence. Anyone who can't handle the truth is not worthy of your trust. And leave if someone always turns your pain into entertainment. Be quiet, confidently, also without saying sorry. Number 6, turning others against you behind your back. It doesn't start with yelling this time. At first glance, it doesn't look like treachery. It often looks like kindness, in fact. Feels good. Conversations that are nice. A partner who is reliable in public and helpful when they need it in private. But there is something poisonous going on behind that beauty. They start to change your story, but they don't tell you. They grow seeds. Small talk laced with fake worry. She's just been feeling really sad lately. I don't know how to help him anymore. He's going through something. They try to show that they are the patient and understanding ones. All of a sudden, you're not the only one struggling. Everyone around you has quietly turned against you. This kind of treason is surgical. Doing it isn't driven by anger. It's a calculated move. The purpose of this long game is to keep you alone, make you question your gut feelings, and give you power over the story when things go wrong. When you understand it's happening, it's too late. Not in dramatic language, but in language of lying. The Stoics warned us about people like this. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best way to get back at someone is to not be like them." He did not say that you had to keep having dinner with them, though. Besides, he never said you had to act like lying behind someone's back was okay. The most terrible thing about this deception is that it changes your whole world. Friends get farther apart. People in your family look at you funny. You start to say sorry for things you didn't do. You feel like you're being put on trial for a crime you didn't do, and the person putting you on trial says they love you. And if you've ever been there, if you've ever seen your group shrink, not because of what you did, but because of how someone else manipulated you, then this betrayal hurts more than just hurt. It scares you. You start to lose trust in everyone, not just them. What the Stoics would say, though, is that you should protect your spirit, not your appearance. Epictetus told us, if bad things are said about you and they are true, correct yourself. Laugh at it if it's a lie. But laughing at something doesn't mean you agree with it. And it doesn't mean staying close to the betrayer either. Because someone has become your enemy as soon as they attack your image while giving you a goodnight hug. Not an unhappy lover, not a friend with flaws, someone who is an enemy. No, having integrity doesn't mean you have to keep snakes in your yard. It's not the same as forgetting to forgive. Not putting up with treason with a noble smile is not what it means. It's also possible that your story has been stolen, changed, and used against you. Then stop and breathe for a moment. Additionally, please click the subscribe button while you are here. Your voice is not only heard here, it is respected. Your acting isn't impressive. You're not crazy. Someone betrayed you and they knew what they were doing. You should get better. Not one day, right now. Number 7, disappearing when you needed them most. In the light, everyone wants love. People show up when things are going well, when it's easy to laugh, and when happiness and success are abundant. They put you up. They say nice things about you. They promise for all time. But love isn't judged by how sunny it is. It's checked out at night. At night, you can't sleep. You can't get out of bed in the morning. The times when life hits you hard and everything seems too much. That's how you know who's real. The masks fall at that point. And sometimes, the person you thought would hold your hand is gone. They stop calling. They stop being there. They might say they're busy. They might just ghost you. But the word is clear, they don't like your pain. It's too hard for you to fight. Your sadness makes me feel bad. Along with leaving you alone, they don't just leave you physically. Completely, without giving a reason. That's not far away. That's giving up. No, their quiet doesn't hurt the most. What hurts the most is that they betrayed what they said they were. The person who said they would be your rock is no longer there. The person who said, "I'm always here," is not next to you. All of a sudden, you're mourning not only your pain, but also the false image of who they were. People once said, "Don't expect the world to be fair. You don't owe anyone anything." But people, they show you who they are. When things are worst, when the lights are off and the cheers stop, the people who are still standing next to you are your truth. Everyone else was just noise. The Stoics didn't romanticize hardship. Instead, they got ready for it. Epictetus said, "Difficulties show what kind of person they are." Also, when someone walks away from your problem, they're really showing you their own. How weak they were, how selfish they were. Their failure to deal with things that aren't perfect. And then they come back after the storm is over, and you've rebuilt yourself from the ground up, grateful. Not letting anything happen. That's not to say that the place where they left you bleeding is still silent. They want to get back in, but not because they love you. Because they want to stand in your warmth again, now that you've done the hard work of staying alive and your light is beginning to return. But you can't let it happen. You can't give entry as a reward for absence. It's not possible to mix up their return for salvation. Since someone who leaves you when you're sinking is not a partner. They're not a friend. They're not you. They teach us a harsh but important lesson in how to respect yourself. Seneca said, "Fire tests gold, hardship tests men, and your problems put them to the test." They failed. Don't ever forget that. Not because they are angry, but because they are smart, because you love yourself. That's not it. Don't forgive the person who left you when things were at their worst. You should never let them walk next to your light if they can't handle your darkness. Love doesn't go away when things get tough. Love stays. Love fights. Love shows up. What if they didn't? Then they never really loved each other. You can learn from some betrayals, but you need to burn them at the roots. Stoicism helps us take charge of our thoughts, accept what happens, and let go of things we can't change. But it never taught us how to deal with being treated badly. We were never told to let snakes come back into our circle. It's strong to forgive, but it shouldn't make you lose your peace. Your limits are not walls, but doors that only good people should walk through. You don't owe those who caused chaos satisfaction. You don't have to be soft for people who saw you hurt and did nothing. Allow them to leave. Let them be curious. Make them feel bad, but never ever let them back in.